This will probably sound like an odd thing for me to say, but I don't think most entrepreneurs should be making a ton of helpful videos. I'll talk about why this is in a moment, but here's the question of the day. Do you want more views on the videos you do make? You can most certainly get them if you want them. Now, I don't do this very often, but it could be a perfect strategy for a lot of people. I mean, this is about going from 5 views to maybe 500 or 5,000 views almost overnight. And from there, who knows? Anyone watching my videos is probably capable of hitting this one right out of the park. In a moment, the thought leader's most powerful public strategy. According to some marketing agencies, the kind of videos that many thought leaders make are best referred to as curated, user-generated content. They're kind of between the selfie and the movie. They aren't shaky cam with bad lighting and muddied audio, but they typically aren't full of special effects and drone shots. Turns out, these are the best kinds of videos to take advantage of the strategy known as newsjacking, but with a little twist. Welcome to the Visible Authority, where twisty ideas are born. Like, don't make too many videos with an eye toward creating a stronger online presence. Too much activity with too little engagement is something that will make Google less enthusiastic about promoting you in search. You want your videos to spark engagement, get views, get shares, be relevant. Well, here's a way to do that all at once. Back in 2011, David Meerman Scott introduced the idea of newsjacking, where a company comments on a current event in order to quickly score some press coverage. The idea is to scoop the news organizations before they've even had a chance to report on what high-up officials have said. But today, news organizations are often the ones breaking the stories, so there's no longer any super official source for any information. But I'm not recommending you do that anyway, because the real problem with newsjacking is that it's pretty self-serving. What we need, and which you are probably in a unique position to offer, is something to believe in. And here's how it works. Take a trending topic and offer a perspective that would be wise for those in your market to adopt. For example, if you're a realtor, you might have advice for those wondering how interest rates in a volatile economic period might affect their ability to buy a home. Or if you're a holistic healthcare provider, you might have a useful perspective on a new government policy in healthcare, not in declaring it right or wrong, but in how to use it to your advantage. This requires clear thinking and careful planning. And I know this is a dangerous area. You could get burned. So let me offer some tips on how to stay frosty. First, remember that your job is to provide perspective and leadership, not ammunition for one side or another to win on an issue everyone will have forgotten about in a week. And it would be wise to demonstrate that with humility, which is easier to do when you remember that somewhere in your life you're also a follower, he said to his yoga instructor. Second, tone is everything. It has to be lighthearted. If you can't manage that, you probably shouldn't even try this. It would be like the vice principal walking into a painting class and yelling at the kids for having green and purple fingers. So keep your criticism positive. I mean, it's so easy to put out a negative vibe, which does nothing but vent a darker part of yourself. And even though people love to engage with that, it doesn't really help your company. Third, if you want the views, make the connection clear. For example, if you're doing a video about how to avoid getting your company in trouble by showing how another company in the news got in trouble, name the company in your title. Now, this is not a strategy for the faint of heart or for those who are always asking others what they think, what they want. It's for leaders. Steve Jobs may not have been easy to work for, but because of his vision, I have rarely owned anything but Macs. Now, if this is something you'd like your customers to say about you, consider trying this. Add your perspective to conversations already taking place in the wider world, and you will get more views and more engagement than you ever thought possible. Google will give you higher rankings over time. Yours will become a trusted voice, and you will have found yet another way of transforming yourself into a visible authority. And you can start right now by offering your perspective on this conversation. Is this something you're already doing? Or what's your biggest challenge in stepping out? Let me know in the comments below. I read them all and will answer if I can. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on The Visible Authority.